Top of the morning to you, and welcome to our newest episode of Capital Markets Quickie from MVP Mine Value Partners. The S&P 500 finished 2020 with a gain of more than 15%. The German Stock Index DAX also managed to finish the year on a positive note. This was the fifth year in the past decade in which the S&P 500 posted a return of more than 15%. In today's episode, I'd like to take a look at the top and flop stocks that were the best and worst performers within these indexes. My name is Endrit Cela, coming at you from Frankfurt, Germany, Europe's financial hub and home to the ECB. If you like my videos and the content of my channel, well, there's only one thing left to do: like, comment, and subscribe. Oh, and if you're feeling generous, make sure to share my videos with your friends, because sharing is caring. So let's start off with the top 5 performing stocks of 2020 in the S&P 500 index. Number 1. Well, it should come as no surprise that Tesla is at number 1 with a yearly performance of 613% on the year. But I should mention that Tesla only just recently entered the S&P 500 index. So there could be a lot more to come, since Tesla has now made its way into many ETF portfolios that replicate the S&P 500. Number 2. The silver medal goes to Nvidia, which is one of the largest developers of graphics processors and chipsets for personal computers and game consoles. With a performance of 98% in 2020, Nvidia almost doubled its share price over the course of the year. The bronze medal goes to PayPal, which is an online payment service that can be used to settle medium and small amount transactions between friends and family, or even when shopping online or at the store. With a performance of 91%, PayPal almost doubled its share price in 2020 as well. Number 4 goes to Albemarle, which I'm pretty sure I pronounced wrong, with 84%, and number 5 goes to Cadence Design Systems with nearly 76% performance on the year. So where are Apple and Amazon, you might be asking? Well, they actually did not make the top 10. Apple came in 11th with 65%, and Amazon took the 12th spot with 62% performance in 2020. Now, let's move on to the biggest S&P 500 losers of 2020. Well, it should come as no surprise that the world's largest cruise ship company with a fleet of 87 ships took the number 5 spot on the list of top losers. Of course, I'm talking about Carnival, and the company was hit hard by the beer illness, which shows on the yearly performance of minus 61%. Number 4, and once again, this should come as no surprise, and I think you might be connecting the dots yourself by now. Number 4 goes to Occidental Petroleum, which is an international U.S. company engaged in the exploration and production of crude oil and natural gas. And due to the fact that the demand for crude oil dropped, well, hold on, dropped isn't even the right word. Oil prices were actually negative at one point in 2020. And well, obviously with cruise ships taking a break all over the world, it's no wonder that oil exploration companies performed so bad last year. Occidental Petroleum closed the year with minus 63% performance. Number 3, and the bronze medal of the biggest loser goes to Edwards Life Sciences, a company that makes artificial heart valves and other products for cardiac surgery. As many of you might already know, a lot of elective surgery has had to be postponed due to the beer illness. So Edwards Life Sciences has seen its revenue growth slow to 6% from its usual 14% or so. Now, once things get back to normal, people will start having heart surgeries once again, but the stock price fell nearly 65% in 2020. Number 1, and the gold medal goes to NextEra Energy, which is a company in the energy sector, but also a company that is moving toward greener and more renewable energy. The stock price fell by 71% last year, and well, that should come as no surprise either. Now, let's quickly cover the top flop performing stocks in the German stock market index DAX 30, which will have an addition of 10 new companies added later this year, thus making it the DAX 40. Number 1 goes to Infineon with a performance of nearly 52% on the year. Number 2 goes to Merck with a performance of 32% on the year. And number 3 is RWE with 28%. Number 4 goes to Vonovia with 23% on the year. And number 5 goes to Deutsche Bank with 22% on the year. So right off the bat, we've noticed a major difference between Germany's top 5 and America's top 5 performing stocks. However, on the bright side, the worst performing companies didn't do quite as bad as the worst performing S&P 500 stocks. For example, SAP came in at number 5 with minus 12%, followed by Volkswagen at number 4 with minus 16%, and number 3 goes to MTU Aero Engines with minus 17%, followed by Fresenius at number 2 with minus 24%. Last but not least, the number 1 flop of the German stock index is Bayer with minus 34%. Well, technically speaking, the number 1 worst performing stock was Wirecard, whose share price went from 113 euros at the beginning of the year to 31 cents at the end of the year. However, this company got kicked out of the DAX index, so it did not make my list of top flops. And that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes today's Capital Markets Quickie. I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and most of all, I hope you've had a great start to 2021. To all of you listening from every corner of the globe, I wish you all the best, and stay tuned for our next episode on Sunday, January the 10th.